Hi friends, once again KD Studies here from the channel Karthikesh. In my previous video, we had discussed about assume mean method or shift of origin method. And in this video, we are going to talk about step deviation method or shift of origin and scale method. So in case if you have missed that previous video, do check out that video first because these both the methods are almost similar. If you understand that method, then this method becomes a piece of cake for you. Now see, in this method, first we need to prepare the table of 6 columns, where the first column is for the classes, second is your class mark, which is denoted by xi, then we have deviation xi minus a, then ui, which is di upon g, then frequency, which is denoted by fi, and the last column is fi ui. After that, we get the value of class width and assume mean. In my last video also we had discussed how to get the assume mean for the sum. Now you can take any value from the class mark column as your assume mean. For your example, you can take first class mark as A, or second class mark as A, or third class mark value as A. Then you need to find the total. Then you need to find the total of summation of fi, that is frequency, and summation of fi. Now after this you need to find the mean u. Now mean u is nothing else but summation of fi ui upon summation of fi. And the last, to get the mean value, the formula is a plus g into mean u. Sir, ये g क्या है? G is GCD of all the values of di. Basically इतना याद नहीं रहे तो you can take the G as same as class width. You can take the same value as class width. Am I clear? So instead of G, even if you write H, it is acceptable. So let's proceed with the sum. A frequency distribution of funds collected by 120 workers in a company for the drought affected people are given in a following table. Find the mean of the funds by step deviation method. Now see, the method is mentioned. So again, we need to prepare a table of how many columns? Only 6 columns, where the first column will be our classes. Now see, the classes given here is what? Funds. So that is in rupees. So we'll write these values. Then the fifth column here will be for the frequency, number of workers. Copy that. Now let's start. First we'll find the class width. Now see here, 500 minus 100 gives us 500. So your class width is here is 500. Then we need to find the class mark. What is class mark? Lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. So 0 plus 500 upon 2 gives us 250. Now just keep on adding class width to the class mark. So it becomes 750, then 1250, then 1750, and then 2250. Then next column is your deviation, xi minus a, where a is our assuming. Now count how many classes are there? 5. So it is always preferable to take the third class mark as a. So here I will take 1250 as my a value. Am I clear till here? So now after this, let's find the di values. Now 250 minus 1250 will give us minus 1000. Then 750 minus 1250 gives us minus 500. Now 1250 minus 1250 gives us 0. 1750 minus 1250 gives us what? 500. And 2250 minus 1250 gives us 1000. Am I clear till here? Now, the next column is your UI, that is di upon g, where g is what? It is GCD of all the values of your di column. But मैंने जैसे कहा, instead of g, you can just remember it as class width. Now here also, in this, our GCD is 500. If you observe, that is the same value of class width also. So basically, we'll divide the di value with the class width. So minus 1000 upon 500 will give you what? Minus 2. Then minus 500 upon 500 will give us minus 1. Then 0 upon something is 0. 500 upon 500 will give us 1. And 1000 upon 500 will give us 2. I hope I am clear till here. Now the last column is fi ui. Means we have to multiply ui with its respective fi. So minus 2 into 35 becomes minus 70. Minus 1 into 28 becomes minus 28. 0 into 32 becomes 0. 1 into 15 becomes 15, and 2 into 10 becomes 20. Now we have to find the total. So we'll find the summation of Fi, that is 35 plus 28 plus 32 plus 15 plus 10, which will give us 120. Now here again in FIUI, if you just try to compare with the first method, assuming method, here first two values are negative and the last two values are positive. So first find the sum of negative values and then find the sum of positive numbers and then find the difference between that two values. You'll get the sum of the column, that is minus 63. Am I clear till here? Now let's find the first mean u. Now when I say mean u, the formula will be summation of FIUI upon summation of FI. Now what is the value of FIUI? It is minus 63 upon 120. Now here we have to divide. There is no other option. So we'll divide 63 by 120. Now see, 63 is lesser than 120. So we need to take the decimal first. So first we'll take 0 and then we'll take the decimal. Then we can add 10. Now we have to find the multiple of 120 such that its multiple has to be either equivalent to 630 or less than 630. Now 12 5 is 60 hota hai, so 120 into 5 will become 600. So it is minus 600, which will give us 30. Now we can take 10 here. Again, 12 twos are 24, so 120 into 2 becomes 240. Now when you find the difference here, it becomes 60, and you can take 10. Now 12 5 is 60, so again we'll take 5, which will give us 600, and the remainder is 0. Now see, we have taken the decimal this time till 3 decimal places because our assumed mean or class width, if you just try to recollect, is 500. So since it will is in a 100 form, we have gone for 3 decimals. So here it will become minus 0.525. Am I clear till here? Now after that, mean. What is the mean formula? A plus G into mean U. Now what is A? याद करो, वैसे याद होगा नहीं, but फिर भी it is 1250. So 1250 plus your G, your class width is 500 into minus 0.525. Now when you multiply this 1250 minus 262.5 and find the difference, you'll get it as 987.50. The sum is not over yet. As I've told you, always write the answer in statement form at the end with the units. Now here the first column was of rupees, so your answer will have the units as rupees. So the mean of funds collected is rupees 987.50. I hope I'm clear till here. Let's have a look at one more example for this. The weekly wages of 120 workers in a factory are shown in the following frequency distribution table. Find the mean of the weekly wages. Now, if you observe, the method is not mentioned. So, तो कोई भी method ले सकते ना. हाँ, but यहाँ classes को observe करो. Class values are going into thousands. 0 to 2000, 2000 to 4000, and so on. Whenever the class values are in thousands or so, it is always preferable to go for the third method, that is step deviation method, because it will make your calculation easy instead of direct method. Now let's start with the sum. Now first we'll prepare a table with 6 columns. The first column will be for the classes, that is weekly wages. Now copy the classes as it is given to us. Then second last column will be for the frequency. Copy the values. Now first find the class width. 2000 minus 0 gives us what? 2000. So your class width, which can also be written as H or G, is 2000. Then now class mark. 0 plus 2000 upon 2 becomes what? 2000 upon 2 will give us 1000. Now just keep on adding class width. That is, it will become 3000, then it will become 5000, then it will become 7000. The next column is your deviation, that is xi minus a. Now here, for a first time in my examples, I've got the classes where there are 4 classes, even number of classes. Now see, as there are even number of classes, either you can take second class mark as A or third class mark as A. Now in this sum, I have taken second class mark as A. So I am going to assume the mean as 3000. Now 1000 minus 3000 will give us minus 2000. 3000 minus 3000 gives us 0. 5000 minus 3000 becomes 2000. 7000 minus 3000 becomes 4000. Now next is your UI. UI is what? Di upon G. Now G is nothing else but what? GCD of all the values of Di column. But here you can also take it as class width. Now what is our class width? 2000. So basically we'll take the G value as 2000. Now minus 2000 upon 2000 will give us what? Minus 1. 0 upon 2000 will give us 0. 2000 upon 2000 will give us 1. 4000 upon 2000 will give us 2. Now the last column is FIUI. Now here minus 1 into 15 gives us minus 15. Now 0 into something is 0. So this will be 0. 1 into 50 becomes 50 and 2 into 20 becomes 40. Now next is total. So we have to find the total of frequency. It is 15 plus 35 plus 50 plus 20. That will give us 120. Now here in FIUI column, see the first value is negative, the last two values are positive. So find the sum of positive values and then subtract the negative value from it. So basically here the summation of FIUI will become nothing else but 75. Now then we are going to find mean u. Now what is the formula for mean u? Summation of FIUI upon summation of FI. So here 75 upon 120. Now first let us reduce this. These both are divisible by 5. So basically when we do that we get it as 15 upon 24. Now we'll divide the 15 by 24. Now as 15 is less than 24, so we'll take the decimal in the quotient and then we can proceed further because that will help us to get a 0 with a 50. Now we have to find a multiple of 24 such that the product has to be less than 150 or equal to 150. Now 24 5s gives us 120 and 24 6s gives us 144. So we'll take 6s. Now 150 minus 144 gives us 6. Again you can take one decimal. Now it will go 2 times. So it is 24 2s are 48, which will give us the remainder as 12. Now again we can take 0 here. So that will go 5 times. So basically we got mean u as 0.625. Now after that, what is mean? It is a plus g into mean u. Now a क्या था अपना याद करो, it is 3000, so 3000 plus, now your class width or g is 2000, so it is 2000 into 0.625. Now again 3000 into, you have to multiply these two, which will give you the value as 1250. When you add it, it becomes 4250. Now, as I told you, always have the habit of writing the answer in a statement form with the units. So your final answer will be mean of weekly salary is rupees 4250. I hope you have understood this method as well as these sums. If you found this video useful, please share it with your friends. Do write your comments. Also like, share and subscribe my channel for the regular updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.